Hey guys, Sheena here with Let the Sun Shine. So I'm just going to be talking more about having a narcissistic mother. So what I was just realizing is that, see, when you're raised by a narcissist, you think that the things that they do are kind of normal, or um, maybe like not intentional. Um, But then, like, when the wool is pulled from your eyes, you realize, like, holy crap, some things were done intentionally. Okay, so with a narcissistic parent, it's all about them. It's all about how you're making them feel. It's all about satisfying their needs. They're very needy, from my experience. Like I said, different articles give you different symptoms of this thing. So they're very needy. Um, they when you talk to them, they talk a lot about themselves. They just go on and on and on. And with my specific situation, the person has a tendency, how can I say it? They talk a lot about health issues. That's like their god, doctors and health issues, and maybe it's a way for them to get a lot of attention as well. They just seem to really love going to doctors. They seem to really love having issues, and I know it sounds twisted for me to say like that they love that, but you know, it is what it is. It's their life. It's their lifestyle, and they love to get attention for it, and when you be on the phone with them, that's all they want to talk about is one health issue after the other. And as an empathic person, you want to listen. You love listening. It's just like listening is like your favorite thing. You love listening to people. You love encouraging people. You love putting yourself in their shoes. But then when you realize like that this person is toxic and that they hate you, you start to not really give them those parts of yourselves anymore. You start to realize like, this person is cut off from my heart. You relate with them, but you do not share any depths of your heart with them. They're totally cut off from those places. They can no longer have access because you realize they're toxic and they're narcissists. And it's not because you hate them, but it's because you have to protect yourself from their disability. Their disability. They're disabled. They're unable to be appreciative, empathic, kind. And what's crazy is that they'll pretend they're being kind to you, but it's fake because deep down inside that they hate you. But they'll act on the outside like they like you, but and they'll even do like things that seem nice, like buy you things and stuff like that. But don't be fooled by that. Don't be fooled, because they still hate you on the inside. Alright? It's just how it is. Also, you can never be appreciative enough for a narcissistic mother. They will always see you as unappreciative, no matter how much you have said thank you, or maybe they did something for you one time and you forgot to say thank you. Maybe you intended to, but to them, you are the worst person ever. You didn't say thank you that one time. You're just ungrateful. They don't give people the benefit of the doubt, really. They don't say, oh, well, maybe she forgot, or... See, normal parents aren't looking for how their kid can praise them and give to them, and normal parents don't really care about that stuff. They care about giving unto their child and boosting their seed up. You know what I'm saying? Not like, what can my child do for me, or my child hasn't done this, that, or the other thing. Normal parents aren't thinking like that, but narcissistic parents, it's all about them. You best believe it. But some of them will give a lot to you, though. And they will give unto your kids, too. So, it's a hard thing, because you want to keep your kids connected to who their family members are and to who their grandparents are, but you know, you have control over how much of that you want for your kids and when to pull back and things like that. So yeah, it's very hard to stand up to a narcissistic mother, you know. I'd say at this point, the most I've gotten to is, I mean, I have stood up to her, but it's came out sometimes out of aggravation, which is never a great place because your emotions run wild and you kind of explode in the moment because you're like, holy crap, I'm sick of the way you're treating me. Like, you can't treat people like this, you know? But it doesn't really get anywhere because the narcissistic, it's a blow to their ego. It's just a narcissistic injury for them. They don't take a step back and self-reflect and say, damn, you know what? You're right. I have been acting like a bitch to you. I am so sorry. It's just because I think it's because I don't feel well and I am so sorry for treating you like that. You're so right. Hell to the no. You will never hear them say any sort of apology remotely close to that. Everything is your fault. Okay? Nothing is their fault. They will, if you tell them off, they will huff off and they will just tell you to shut the fuck up now, and they will say you gave them a headache and you have hurt them so bad. They think when you give them narcissistic injury, when you tell them like it is, when you say you are crossing your boundaries. I mean, I've been stern before too through email. You know, you say you are crossing your boundaries. You're being inappropriate. You're being very rude. Just tell them you're being very rude. That is narcissistic injury for them, and they will not see it how you see it. They will not take a step back to reflect. They will say and tell everybody how you hurt them so much because you have treated your mother so awfully. That's how the story will go. They do not do boundaries at all. And they don't like when you put them in their place. They hate that. They see that as you being disrespectful. They demand respect, and they have no respect for others. But they will demand respect, and they will give you zero respect. What else? Yeah, they will cross boundaries. They will tell you how to raise your kids. And even furthermore, it's fine for parents to give advice, not unwarranted advice. You don't give unsolicited advice to people. But they can be kind and give you helpful tips. But what a narcissistic parent does is different. They will tell you that if you don't do things a certain way, that means that you don't care about your kids. They will cross that line. Because they already think you're a terrible person and not a good parent, too. And then when you cut them off, you know, they'll just say that you cut them off because you're awful, not because they did anything wrong to you, of course. They never do anything wrong. They cannot suffer the narcissistic injury. Everything is your fault. They have no self-reflection about their behaviors. You know, I've told them they need to go to therapy. You know, but see, that's when I didn't realize that I wasn't actually sure if they were narcissistic. But it's like, if you have no self-reflection, what's the point of going to therapy? Therapy is for people, I think, who actually have an ounce of self-reflection and know that some of their actions are hurting people. But narcissistic mothers are always the ones who are hurt by you. You are never hurt by them. All right, everybody, take care.